Hello.
Hello, my wonderful viewers. Welcome and welcome back to this platform on African culture, food, and lifestyle. Guys, I'm in an African village and I want to prepare for you an African breakfast. So it's early in the morning. I've done my normal daily routine, and now I want to make African breakfast. So what I'm going to make this morning, I'm going to prepare fermented porridge, and I'm going to serve it with sweet potatoes. So this is the common village breakfast that people love. So here I have my pot. They used to use this kind of pot to ferment. So here, this is the flour that I have here with me. This is a mixture of cassava, sorghum, and millet, and then it has been milled locally. So what we're going to do, we are not going to do it directly. We are going to ferment. The reason why they ferment, so that it becomes a bit sour, like something like acidic. When you get the taste, it's somehow acidic. So here I also have my warm water. So what I'm going to do first, I will add in just to remind you, I've said that this flour is a mixture of sorghum, millet, and cassava. So this is how we do it the African way. Then use warm water. Then make sure you mix up everything. Yes, this porridge is very, very tasty. So you see this. So this is not the texture. You have to add some more water. Warm water, remember, guys. So it depends with people. Some people, after mixing everything, they keep it for 2 days before they cook it. But there is also a quick way of doing it. You just you just put it outside on heat when the sun, you cover it, and then you leave it for just a few hours, and it will be done. It will be very, very sour and tasty. So guys, look at the texture. So you see, guys, now I'm fermenting porridge flour. So once I do that, you are going to cover it. We cover it. So here now it depends. If you already have one already that you are using for that particular moment, we are going to keep this for 2 to 3 days until it gets fermented. But if you want to use it the same day, you have to put it under the sun so that the heat, that heat can make it get sour very fast. So for me, I'm going to put it under the sun because I want to prepare my porridge right now. So stay tuned. So guys, this is it. Look at this. So I'm going to leave it like that for 4 hours. After 4 hours, now it will be sour and we are going to have our porridge. So stay tuned. Let's wait for 4 hours. So guys, my African chair. So this is what we use when you are cooking, so I have to make it stable. So guys, now on making fermented porridge, I've just placed my water. You first make sure that your water boils fast. Meanwhile, when my water is boiling, I'm going to give this mixture a stir, a good stir, because I fermented it for about 4 hours. And for you to know that it is ready, you'll see some foam forming up here, like what you can see now, guys. See, it has some foam. So you have to give it a stir first to make sure everything mixes well. And maybe you can just try to see by putting a little bit in your hand. Yes, it's very sour. It's you might think that it has some lemon. So this is the traditional porridge that people love, especially here in Africa. So African porridge, African fermented porridge. So stay tuned. So guys, look at my water. My water has just boiled. And now what I'm going to do, you pour a stir. And for you to avoid crumbs, you have to stir vigorously. Mhm. So guys, you stir as you check the texture. You stir as you check the texture. So this is African fermented porridge. Very, very tasty and healthy. So guys, look at the texture. This is the best texture for this porridge. They need to be very dilute or very thick. So at this moment, I'll stop stirring and I'll let it cook now. So this is how we cook African fermented porridge. So stay tuned. So guys, you can see now the way it's cooking, and even it has aroma of the sourness. So at this point now, I'm going to add in sugar. So it's advisable. It's advisable to put in sugar while cooking because it will cook in well. Then now you start. Don't put too much sugar because some people don't prefer sugar, but at least to give it a taste. So this is my fermented African porridge. So after putting sugar, you have to try it out to find out if sugar is enough. Sugar is not enough, so I can add some more. So tasty. So guys, I'll just give it just about a minute for sugar to dissolve well, then I'll take it out and serve it. Stay tuned. So guys, this is the traditional calabash, and now I'm going to serve my porridge. So this is how we serve our porridge. So guys, this is a fermented porridge. I'm going to serve it with sweet potatoes, so stay tuned. So guys, this is the potatoes that we're just cooking. We are using the bananas leaves to make them cook much faster. So I have some here that I'm going to serve or with my porridge. So stay tuned. So guys, these sweet potatoes. So this is an African breakfast. We have sweet potatoes with porridge. Guys, after taking this, you feel fuller, fuller and fuller. And guys, that's why these people are strong, because they do heavy manual duty work. Remember, this is a carbohydrate. I think potatoes is also a carbohydrate. I don't know how they go about it, but these people feed well and healthy. So traditionally, after preparing sweet potatoes, this is how we eat them. We don't peel off. We boil them together with the peels. So then later you peel as you eat, and you can see inside it's very very nice. So for those who do not know how to use calabash like me, I use a cup. So this is African breakfast. So nice. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Let's meet in another video. I'm bringing for you another breakfast, African village breakfast. Stay tuned. So